Alright, so starting out the day kind of late. I got up at. Oh, car just likes to sound like it wants to die. I got up at about 5 and played on the internet at this Walmart here. And then got that cereal, didn't like it, so I'm doing a food review on it. I returned it already, but I recorded it, so I should know the brand and all that. Then I decided to blow some more money on a bicycle headlamp. So now I have 2 bicycle headlamps for my homemade fig rig. I like the lights, but it's got a dual purpose because I also liked the nodules that I can attach to my fig rig thing. I had one for one side, and I wanted to get the other. That way, when I switch hands, it's like a guide in a way. It's like a guide, just because I think the fig rig's a little slippery in my hands, so putting a little nodule thing is gonna help. It helped for my left hand at least, so I can switch back and forth. Yeah, I wish the Olympic rings were a little bit bigger for a nice homemade fig rig, but actually then that would take up more space in my bag too, so it's not perfect, but it works. It works better than just handling the iPod by itself. I get a little more control. I can pan around better while I'm bicycling, because it's pretty dangerous bicycling one-handed anyway. So to make it easier is a benefit. So I spent some time fiddling with those bicycle headlamps, because the first bicycle headlamp I bought today, it was a little too loose compared to the one I got a few days ago. So I exchanged it, and now this current one is less loose. There's something with the design. They're not all made perfectly. Like, I need them to be exact. But then I have to ask, what if I bought the first one and that was a little too loose? I probably would have been more inclined to get glue to affix it. Right now I'm going without glue. They're just maybe slightly loose, but I'll accept slight looseness. The first one I got today was way more than slight loose. And I was thinking about gluing, but I don't want to glue anything to this Olympic ring, because I still want to consider the Olympic ring as possibly something to work out with. It's just I was just playing with this Olympic ring with a fig rig idea, and I like the fig rig. I like using it as a fig rig right now, but who knows? I might change my mind later. All my cameras might get broken by the cops eventually. I'll probably go through and break all my cameras someday, and then I'll have to and then I'll be so poor that I'll just consider the Olympic ring an exercise ring, because there's nothing else to do with it. But it's fun to play with right now. I like the extra lighting with with 2 bicycle headlamps. There's a lot of places I have been where I really could have used lighting too. I've snuck into abandoned buildings and been in some dark woods. Just various places in the dark where I was like, man, it would have been nice to have a light. And sometimes I did have a light. Sometimes I'd have a little flashlight, but it's nice to have the light attached to the fig rig, and they're set in the perfect position. So all I have to do is clip the lights on to my fig rig. I'll carry them in my bag, but they don't. I don't like to always keep them in the bag, but when I expect kind of a chance. Oh, I thought I had to turn here. chance where I need lights, I'll try to keep them on me, but just that they're in a perfect position. All I have to do is clip them on, boom, turn them on, and I got light for my camera. But yeah, I don't want to keep them in my bag all the time. I actually have to put them in a solid container because I thought I protected the one and with some covering over that button, but yesterday I found that I accidentally turned on the light. How frustrating is that? I don't know how long the light was on, but I accidentally turned it on. So now I got them in a peanut jar, and that jar should prevent any kind of pressing on the button. I don't want them accidentally turning on. The peanut jar takes up a little space, and that's why I'm not so inclined to keep it on me. Keep them on me at all times. It's a little frustrating to deal with that. Oh, is that a bump? Wow! Ah! And another one. They want you going like 5 miles an hour through here. The bump is like, the warnings is not far enough ahead. Oh. Another speed bump up there. Wow. Well, I guess I could, you could see why they're encouraging people to use the highway. I'm actually avoiding the highway on purpose. And I see why that is. Nobody wants to deal with speed bumps. Pushes you out to the highway. But not ever having been... Oh, another speed hump. Speed bump. It's called speed bump on the road, and it's called speed hump on the sign. I guess I've never seen a hump on the road before. Okay, Jones. I need to take a left on Jones. Yeah, that was like 5 speed bumps. Speed bump humps. I gotta wait on a cripple. Alright. I take a right onto Deer something. Deer Meadow or whatever. Lamb of God. That's a familiar phrase for food bank. Isn't there a Lamb of God food bank somewhere? So people are worshiping the Lamb of God now. Or they're saying that we're all lambs. Should be plural then, lambs of God. It kind of looks like the snow is melting off the mountaintops. Oh, my car. What's gonna go out on it next? It's got me in suspense. I don't know what to expect. Let that guy fly by me. 45, wow. And then I want to take a right at the Deer, Deer. No engine brakes, okay. I can't read the sign, I don't know what it says. There is no sign. There it is. Don't say it's Deer. Okay. Maybe Deer's up at the lights. Seems a little far for Deer, but Deer did get a little... there's a lot of curves on Deer that I saw on the map. Mellow... Is that it? Deer Springs! Oh my God! Oh my God! Such a tiny, tiny sign. Wow. They have you going 45, and they got a sign that small. Oh my God. I gotta pay attention to my map. Okay. Next turn is Aviary Way. Glad there was no cop around. I things are fairly secure in the car. Only 5 things fell down. So Deer Springs goes for a while. I go past Walmart on the right. Then I take a right on Aviary. My dad is successfully following me, so I might as well just keep the iPad on. Police for somewhere, I didn't quite catch. He crossed the line. I think he's watching behind him. He drove on the median line. So, whoops.